Right, so from that song, Kiddy and Adi, now let's do some entertainment right here on TV3 Newday. And a few weeks ago, I told you about a man, or we interviewed a man, Kingkay Africa, who was going on a journey to promote peace ahead of the 7th December election. He went all the way from Accra to Kumasi. He's back. People think that the journey just went like boom, like that. He's back, but he's going to tell us all about it. We get to see visuals of him on that journey as well. Welcome back to Accra.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you look so black. Like everything has changed about you.
I know, right? My look, my skin.
Oh, so you worked in the sun as well, right?
Oh, yes. Because I had to be doing most of it during the day.
The day.
Because I didn't want to do the night.
So let's start off with the entire journey. How long did it take you? So those are visuals. Oh, so at the beginning you had people go with you. Was that what happened?
Fans that wanted to come and support me at the Black Star Arc, they joined me there.
Okay.
And that was Jay's. They're like a fitness.
Hey, you went to
crew.
church in
Oh yes, because I was spreading the message.
Okay, so let's start the journey. Tell me, I'm being distracted by the photos and videos I see on the
I
screen.
started at Independence Square, precisely in front of the Black Star Arc.
Okay.
Because of the significance.
All right.
So I moved from there. Day one, I got to Amasaman.
From the Black Star Square to Amasaman.
To Amasaman.
By what time did you start? And by that what time
I
had
started
you gone to?
around 9
a.m.
9 a.m. 9:15 thereabout, and I got to Amasaman in the evening around 4:35.
Wow.
So because we spoke to the Ghana Police Service, they were so supportive. Once I get to any major town, I report myself to the police station.
Oh, that's
okay,
beautiful.
I'm going here. And they offer their help. They give me the commander for the patrol team, and they're like, any help you need, can we accompany? And I'm like, no, I'm preaching peace. So let me walk alone so people will feel the peace we are enjoying now if we should lose it. So day two, I started from Amasaman all the way, passed through in Sawam, ended up at Suhum.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that day I averaged 36 kilometers. And I was walking 6 hours straight, non-stop.
Wow.
And if I say non-stop, I mean non-stop, with no natural, how do you call it, natural stopping to take a pee or nothing of that sort.
6 hours straight?
6 hours straight, non-stop.
Just with water?
Just with water. And everything was coming out of my system, you know, sweating everywhere, so no time to stop.
So tell me, how were you eating along the road? So what did you carry food with you and ate whilst you walk? How did you manage?
So funny enough, I wasn't eating proper heavy food. Let's say rice, fufu, banku, no. I had just small bites, protein bites, some snacks, and then some
And
drinks.
that took you through the 7 days?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. But on the 7th day, when I got to, on the 6th day, I got to Nkoko. So I stopped at Abosoka. I'm like, yeah, what the heck? I mean, man cannot can.
So I see you change outfits. So how do you do that? Do you carry your outfit with you every day? So why were you keeping the rest of what you had?
So the DP, director of photography, who was taking the shots, was in a car.
Okay.
With a driver.
Did he go with you all the way from Accra?
Yes, all the way from Accra.
So at every stop, he stops with you.
Yes.
And stays with you.
Exactly.
And the next morning you continue.
Definitely.
Are you sure you were not sitting in the car at a certain point and then you video you where you want to walk?
I wish I had. So that, I mean, what some people are speculating would have been true. But then, I wouldn't also doubt the fact that that thought never came in. But like I said in my earlier interview, I was psychologically ready and psyched up. So there are times you see the distance, the stretch. For instance, you're sitting in TV3 and then you could see ahead of you from here to La Paz or to Kaswa, and you have to walk that distance. So all I do is I bend down my head with the sun blazing. I just put my blue towel on top of my head, and all I tell my mind is just keep walking.
Wow.
Just keep walking.
It sounds really strange to me that, somebody would decide to put themselves through this to promote peace. Yeah. I'm thinking, did it pay off? Do you think it's paid off? Do you think that you've impacted in any way?
I'll tell you a story. I think when I got to Asankari, from Breku to Asankari, so I was interacting with some taxi station, so the drivers were there, and Yeah, I was preaching peace, let's observe it. Black people have a positive mentality, support each other. The government is ready, but we have to do something for ourselves and da da da. So after doing all that, I mean, there is always the bad nuts in the crowd. So one guy just springs up, very stout, comes up and says, "Yeah, so what's up? I mean, you talk peace, we here, but we there, we not go do. Anybody come, we go do. I'm shaking, that kind of vibe." So I just went like he should begin to understand that he takes care of himself. He's an adult, but then the life that he's living is not his life. He should begin to think of the fact that people wake up and be happy in life because he is alive. Because probably they wake up, see him some days and say, "Oh, can I get 1 cedi? Can I get 2 cedis?" And he gives them. So the fact that he takes care of himself and he's in charge of his life doesn't mean he could do anything to himself. That's the more reason why somebody causes him harm, the government will send policemen to come and arrest that person. That should let him know that his life is not his, even though he's in charge of it. And I think when I said that he shouldn't relent on himself, but people that relent on him, he should start thinking about them. I struck a chord in him and he just dropped his guard and was like, okay, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. So then they begin to tell you their problems that they are facing in the constituency, how they are not being helped by their MPs, DCs, MCs. So it became, and if I could get one person to believe in it, because it only takes one person to start a snowball effect. So once I get one person to believe that, okay, this is a good cause, then I think my job is done.
Mostly people go on this kind of trips or walk to raise funds.
Yeah.
You went to create awareness about the essence of peace during and after the elections. But people also benefit from things like this in the sense that there are people who are willing to, sponsor, these people. Did you get anybody sponsoring you through the journey?
Unfortunately, when I started, no corporate institution or anybody sponsored. It was just friends that supported the cause. In purchasing the Kingkay Africa gear, just to support the whole expenses that were going to go through it. But I think the interesting thing was people didn't really believe it could be done or I could do it, considering the fact that I'm not an athlete. I don't play football. Don't do high jump or 100 meters or 200. I'm just a filmmaker. I mean, sit in the office and click, 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 click. That's what I do. So they just didn't believe I could do it. But okay, day one, Amasamai. Day two, so day one, I averaged 22.3 kilometers. Day two.
So let me understand. Were you going on the main stretch, the main road?
So by the roadside.
So there was no shortcuts into
shortcuts.
The communities.
And I was doing that simply because I knew people were going to have doubts. And if the people keep having doubts, then there are definitely people along the road or people using the road
that
who would see me.
You.
And funny enough, okay, day one, Amasamai. Day two, Suhum, averaging 36.8 kilometers. Day three, all the way to Lindador. And if you look at that stretch,
wow.
It's just bush by the roadside and then the streets in the middle. So the cars keep passing, just like that. Then I was doing live on Facebook at every point in time. So then the eyebrows started raising up like, yo, okay, hold on a second. The dude is really doing this. So then people started commenting on my pages. Then I started getting some text messages, DMs like, yo, your next project, let's talk about sponsorship. You understand? So at a point, when I even got to Nkoko and then Konongo, then we're like, okay, the guy have done it. He can do this. And interestingly, whilst I was walking by the roadside, I said day two, from Suhun to Lindador, there were people coming from Accra to Kumasi using the road. And when they started, they saw me by the roadside day two, and they went to Kumasi. Now, when they were returning, day three or day four, then they meet me at Nkoko or Konongo, and
so
they start honking. It's unfortunate I didn't get it on camera. One man literally stopped in the middle of the road with his wife and kids, rolled down like, young man, what are you doing? I saw you 2 days ago. Now you are here. Way back there, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a work for peace. I showed him my t-shirt. It's like, yo,
Wow.
what can I do? He just opened his wallet, just gave me 100 Ghana cedis and said, buy water with this. I'm like, this is dope. And the truck drivers, anytime they are returning, they see me, VIP buses, they are just honking.
Then you became popular.
Yeah, on the road.
Popular on the road.
Yeah, on the
but
road.
what do you seek beyond, preaching peace during this walk to use this popularity to do?
I just want to change the status quo in the minds of the youth. And not just the youth, but a lot of people that are living now. They think they are living, but what they are doing is existing in life because they've allowed themselves to be conscientized and to be swayed away with the pressures of life. I.e. work. Once you get married, you have kids. You begin to throw away your dreams. You have to take care of your wife and family. And if it's a woman, she needs to take care of the son or daughter. There are extended family pressures and, life pressures as a whole, bills to pay, rent, electricity, and all of that. So they begin to throw away the dreams and the things that God has given them to come and share with the world because of the pressures of life. But then I just want to change that mindset that I said I was going to walk from Accra to Kumasi, which sounded unbelievable, but now it is believable. People see me and they go like, yo, you've done it. I don't care whether you sat in a bike at some point or in a car at some point. You've made a difference. And I get messages every single day that says, look, I admire you secretly because I've always wanted to do something spectacular, but I've not been able to have the time. You understand? All the time. And can you imagine? It's just like yesterday when we talked about it
Exactly.
here. And 8 days down the line,
You're back.
I've made history. Now you can find me online, and I'm not going to die as Stephen Osakoto. I'll die as Kingkay Africa, the guy who decided to put up a record and pick up the baton race from Kadi or Vincent Suma. So this is how I see myself. Changing the minds of people. Don't see yourself as a regular person existing. Live life, because you leave everything once you die. So make the best out of yourself. And you see Jesus Christ of Nazareth being written, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam being written, and then you see Kingkay Africa on that line.
Hey, that's how huge Kingkay has become. That's Kingkay Africa, a filmmaker who decided to go on an 8-day journey from Accra to Kumasi just to promote peace ahead of the December 7 election. Thank you so much, for making us proud, and for all the naysayers. Now you've been preaching to them and finally know that there's always a way when there's a will. Thank you so much for joining us. But all right, so let's do some more entertainment stories. And